Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jake from TNJ, and welcome to the first game in school history for the Wisconsin State Whitetails on the road versus number 25, the Wisconsin Badgers here at Camp Randall Stadium. And you can just see the difference between the two teams. We are 23 overall, and we have a long ways to go. But let's just look at our starting offense. Adam Miller at quarterback. He's got a while to develop, but right now he is the starter. Gerard Humphreys along with Doug Johnson, who is plays both sides of the ball. He is definitely going to be a guy who's going to get the ball on offense and have to play kind of a nickel role on defense. And I don't know who's going to be the playmakers, to be honest, because nobody really stands out. I mean, everybody's just as equal on both sides of the ball, so we'll have to see. But here we go, kick it off this season and this dynasty in the first game in school history as we start out this game with the ball on the road. So here we go, Adam Miller. And how I'm going to run this offense, remember how I run my dynasties, no hot routes on offense, so you either run or pass. Here's a run up the middle to start it out. Doug Johnson gets the first carry, and the free safety and running back gets 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Here's a throw out to the right. That's Marlon Yarbrough, the slot receiver, 88 speed. He's definitely going to be a guy that's going to get the ball a lot due to his, just his speed overall. So here's Humphreys on the next carry, but it's going to be a holding call. So that 5-yard gain is going to get negated as that brings us to a 1st and 18. Miller, handoff to Humphreys. He gets a lot of that yardage back, gain of 7. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far in the first couple of plays. So 2nd and 11 now. Here's Miller. He had maybe an open man, but he dumps it short, and that's Angel Fabian. He actually loses 3 yards on that one. We may have had an open guy on the sideline. So a 3rd and 15. Here's a throw across the middle. That's Doug Johnson. Look at him fighting for the first down, and he's going to get it. And the freshman gets about 17 yards on that and a first down. So now a 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out to Angel Fabian. He's going to get 12 yards, and this offense is looking pretty sharp early on. But Miller does get hurt on that play. Now in comes Davis, pitching it out to Humphreys. He's going to get a lot of room to the left side, and that's a gain of 24, Gerard Humphreys, as we move the chains. So now here is Davis now in the game after Miller got hurt. He's getting sacked, and he's going to fumble that one, and Rand is going to pick it up. And just like that, that first drive, we thought we were driving on Wisconsin, but then we get humbled and get brought back down to earth. Trayvon Davis cannot hold on to that one, and that is going to be 7 points the other way. So not the start we were looking for here on the road. Here is Humphrey starting out the next drive, though. He's been running the ball well to start this game. That's a gain of 5. So now a 3rd and 5 here from the shotgun. Miller throws across the middle, but it's going to be incomplete as we're going to have to punt this ball away to Wisconsin. So Wisconsin is led by sophomore quarterback Graham Mertz, as here he is rolling out to the left side. He's got a lot of room down the left side as well. 13 yards for him, and that is a first down. Now they hand it off to the junior, Jonathan Taylor. He gets some room to the right side, and that's going to be a loss of 4. As now that brings it to a 2nd and 14. Mertz throw to the right side. He's got Pendleton, and he's going to pick up a gain of 8. As now we got him to a 3rd and 6. Here we go. Here's Mertz throwing out to left side. He finds Pendleton, but somehow gets around Doug Johnson. How did he not make that play? I'm not sure what happened on that one. So now under center, here is Mertz past the 50-yard line. This time handing it off to Jonathan Taylor. Gets a nice block from the pulling guard. He's going to break a couple of tackles, and he's off to the races, and he's going to be in for the touchdown, 40 yards out. And Wisconsin, just like that, takes the 14-point lead. So now here we are back out on offense. Can Adam Miller put together a nice drive? Here's a nice throw to the sideline, getting helped out by a little bit of a rub route. That's a gain of about 13 in the first down. So now a 2nd and 6. Here's a throw to the sideline. That's Humphreys open in the flats, and he's got a gain of 8. Can't get around the defender. He only had like one man to beat, and he may have been off to the races. So now on a 2nd and 10 throw, here's a throw to the right side, and that's going to be an incompletion there, as, I don't know, Marlon Yarbrough was pretty open on that one. So a 3rd and 10, here's a throw to the right side, and another incompletion. That time, Angel Fabian was the intended target, and we're going to have to punt this ball away. So here's Graham Mertz in Wisconsin, back out on offense. Here he is finding his favorite target so far, Peniston, as he picks up a 1st down, and now they're past the 50. So now 1st and 10. Here's a counterplay to the left side. Look at this blocking to the left, and he's got a lot of room. Jonathan Taylor makes it all the way inside the 5. Our defense is not looking good right now. We are collapsing on every single play, and their offensive line is just dominating. And here is a running play to Mason Stoke up the middle, and just like that, it's 21-0. So now here are the Whitetails back on offense, and Gerard Humphreys, he can't get anything going. That's only a gain of 1. So a 3rd and 9. Quick throw to the right side. That's Marlon Yarbrough for a 1st down, 16 yards, as it seems like he's the guy on our offense who has to be kind of the focal point so far. But now on the next carry, we give the ball to Humphreys. That's not a gain of anything. So that moves it to a 3rd and 10. Throw across the middle. There's Yarbrough. He fights for the yardage, and he's going to get the 1st down. That's a gain of 10, as Yarbrough seems to be the only one doing something on offense. So now on a 3rd and 6 throw, here's a throw out to Oliver, our tight end, and Javon Oliver gets 18 yards. That's going to be a rare throw to our tight ends. Our tight ends are not very good, and they're in the 60s in speed, like mid-60s. I'm talking like 66 speed. So we do get stopped on a carry that time on a 2nd down. 3rd and 12. Throw out to the right side, but we get hit on the throw. The defense is right there. We may have had an open man on the sideline. So we line up here to go for it. 4th and 12. Here's a throw across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. We had an open man up the seam, and Adam Miller just cannot hit him. And here we go. Back out on defense. We have not been able to stop their offense so far. Here's Graham Mertz. He was facing pressure right away. He gets rid of it. He's going to find Danny Davis III for 12 yards. So now Wisconsin under center here at about the 50-yard line. Mertz, he's going to run out to the right side, cut back to the left, and he's got an open lane. And look at this, a gain of 12, but he is shaken up on the play. So that's going to bring in Jack Cohen, who's going to be the backup quarterback here for Wisconsin. In the game, he's going to throw to the left side. He's got Kendrick Pryor right away on his first throw for a gain of 9. So a 2nd and 1. Here's a reverse. This time, A.J. Taylor gets the carry. He gets to the outside, and on that jet sweep, he is going to pick up 9, as Wisconsin's been pretty versatile. They've been throwing the ball and running the ball efficiently. So here's Cohen from the shotgun. He's going to throw out to the left side. Another open man. That's Kendrick Pryor, as our defense is not looking good. Here's another handoff. Jonathan Taylor. Finally, we get a stop in the backfield, and that is going to be a loss of about 1. That's Quintaris Jones, our number 1 cornerback, on the tackle. So now a 2nd and 10. Taylor gets to the outside. He throws a stiff arm, and he's in. 12 yards out. Touchdown. And Wisconsin is up 28-0 in this first half. So let's see what Adam Miller's got. Can he at least put some points on the board? Here he is rolling out to the right side. He's going to get tripped up from behind. Loss of 8 as we tried to get rid of it, but we just got tripped up. And now that brings it to a 3rd and 20. Here's a throw to the sideline. That's Marlon Yarbrough. He's open again, 17 yards. But that's not enough for the first. But we're down 28-0. What do we have to lose at this point? So we line up to go for it. 4th and 3. Quick throw. That is actually Slade Richards. His first catch of the game. He is our number 1 receiver on the depth chart, but I haven't seen him open much at all in this first half. Here is Marlon Yarbrough on the next catch. 6 yards. He's getting the ball like no other. So 3rd and 4. Here's a throw to the sideline, and that's almost picked off, intended for Marlon Yarbrough. And I'm just forcing it to him at this point. I mean, he's the only guy getting open. So we do line up to go for it on another 4th and 4. Here's a throw across the middle, and that was intended for Humphreys. And how did we miss him? He's wide open over the middle. They sent to all-out blitz, and look at that. It's just him and all nothing but green in front of him. So now they get the ball back. Under a minute left here in the first half. Here's a throw across the middle. That's Jack Dunn He picks up 12 yards. And now on a 1st and 10, Graham Mertz is back in the game. He throws to the sideline. Peniston, who throws an epic stiff arm, and he's going to get the first down. That's Doug Johnson. Look at him. He's still on his feet. Doug Johnson just got brutally murdered on that play. So here we are, 37 seconds left in the first half. Here's Mertz, clean pocket. Where is the pressure? He gets rid of it. A.J. Taylor dives for it. That's a touchdown. And that's a 7-yard touchdown pass. And Graham Mertz has only one incompletion this game, and they take the 35-0 lead going into halftime. Nothing is going right. So here we are to start the second half. We need to see some type of change, maybe some defensive stops, something. Here is Jonathan Taylor on the carry. He's breaking a tackle, getting 9 yards on that carry. So now a 2nd and 1. We're selling out here for the run. Here is Mertz on the speed option. He gets tackled in the backfield. Finally a play. That's Ngakwu, who's going to get the stop in the backfield. And now they bring it to a 3rd and 4. Here's a broken play to the left side. Finally a play by our linebacking core. That's Sharon Brown, and that's his 3rd tackle of the game. And we finally force a punt. So here in the second half, we are going to make some changes. Trayvon Davis is going to come into play, and we just need to put something else out there, just see what we got. Rodney Ross, a 6'5 receiver. He doesn't really have too many catching skills, but he's 6'5. I got to try this size out. And then at tight end, I'm going to sub in Deshaun Banks. He's 6'3", 225. He is our fullback, but we need to see what we have on this roster. We have no idea who's going to be the playmakers. I think the one guy that's pretty much a shoe-in right now is Marlon Yarbrough. Besides that, maybe Doug Johnson, but that's going to be it. So here's Davis on his first throw. He's throwing the ball deep. Marlon Yarbrough has it in his hands. Take another look. He has it in his hands and then just drops it. And, man, that could have been a big play for the young quarterback Trayvon Davis. So 3rd and 10. Here's a throw across the middle. There he is once again. Marlon Yarbrough. He's open, and man, has he been the only spot on our team that's been bright, and he's over 100 yards with that catch. So here we go on the following play. Here on a 3rd and 9, Marlon Yarbrough, again, 10 yards. He just finds a way to get open and get catches. So now 1st and 10, here is Doug Johnson on the carry. He gets up the middle for a gain of about 6. So now here we go, 2nd and 4 from the pistol formation. Humphreys back in the game. Here's a lob across the middle. Doug Johnson lined up in the slot. He's open, 33 yards. That's a wonderful touch pass from Trayvon Davis, as now we are inside the 20-yard line. So now a 2nd and 14. This time throwing it up to Ross, who we just subbed in, and that's going to be an interception. And wow, we make our first big mistake of the game because we could have just went for the points there, but instead we kind of tried to be aggressive. Probably shouldn't have done that, as it results in an interception. So now back out on the next drive. Here's Okonkwo getting another tackle. Man, he's all over this game on defense, though. Here on the 2nd and 9. Here's a screen pass out to the left. That's Kearse Nevins, who was actually defending out there, and Jones came over for the tackle. That's a nice play by our cornerbacks. So now on a 3rd and 9, they try to go deep on this one, but take another look at Okonkwo. He is making all kinds of plays for our defense, and it seems like he's the only guy. Him and Sharon Brown are doing pretty well at the linebacker position, but we need to see more from this defensive line. So now after the punt, here is Gerard Humphreys trying to get going, but just cannot, as that's a loss of 1. 3rd and 11. Here's a throw out to the right side. Marlon is open, but we cannot hit him, and we had to punt that away back to Wisconsin. So now on the next play, here's a screen pass out to the right side. Finally, our defensive line is making a play, and that's probably the first one I've seen all game. So now on a 2nd and 10, here's a throw to the sidelines. This time, Jack Dunn, 4 yards. So now a 3rd and 6. Under center this time is Mertz. He's going to drop back to pass. And he's going to throw to the left side. That's Doug Johnson out for the tackle. And we're going to clean it up. Kearse Nevins on that one. Kearse Nevins is 5'8", 220. He's a short, stocky guy. You know, he plays a lot better than his ratings. You know, I've seen him play this game. He's been flat out around the field making tackles. Look out for him to be an impact player on this defense. So now in the ensuing drive, here's a deep shot. Marlon is open on that one, and we cannot hit him. Trayvon Davis, if he wants to get some playing time, he's got to make those throws. But here he is on the next pass on a 3rd and 10. Marlon Yarbrough open again, 12 yards, and it just seems like he's the only one on offense we can even trust. Here he is getting the ball once again. He puts a couple of moves on some defenders, gets upfield, and it's a horse collar. So we're getting helped out on the penalty as well as we move this one on to the 4th quarter. So now we're inside the 15. Can we score, at least put some points on the board? Here is Ross in the game. That's a gain of 8. I actually like the space that Ross takes up. 6'5". You can just throw it up, throw it high. So near on the next play, here's Doug Johnson on the carry to the left. That's a gain of 1, bringing it to a 4th and 1. We're going for the touchdown here. Maybe just the first down. Here's Doug Johnson on the pitch. He gets pushed back, and he's not going to get the first down. Take a look. He was past the first down marker, but the defender comes up, pushes him behind the line, and then he gets tackled. We just cannot catch any breaks in this game. Here's Jonathan Taylor to start the next drive. Puts a move on, and he's going to be off to the races. And Jonathan Taylor takes it 96 yards. We cannot do anything. We can't stop him. This is just a bad first game here as it gets worse. Trayvon Davis gets sacked, and this is just the way this game has gone. We had 2 opportunities to score. I think it was the first drive and then that last drive where, Doug Johnson, actually that wasn't Doug Johnson. That was, I don't even know who just fumbled. I'm just so mad right now, to be honest. I mean, this team should be playing way better than what they are, just because I think that, we're putting them in positions that they should be succeeding. And we're playing against an offense who isn't very versatile. They run the ball quite a bit, but they just, they're not doing anything special. Wisconsin isn't doing anything special on offense or defense. I mean, they're running basic concepts. And look at this throw to the left side, though. Kirsten Evans on the coverage. I really like what he's doing. But I want to see this team improve next week. So let's cap off this game here. Here's Trayvon Davis thrown across the middle, and that's incomplete. I just don't know about Davis's accuracy. He's not very accurate. I think that Miller, out of both the quarterbacks, is the most accurate one. 2nd and 17. Here's a throw across the middle. Finally, Banks, who we just subbed in, Deshaun Banks, fullback, trying him out at tight end. He gets a gain of 23. So now a 1st and 10. Davis facing some more pressure. He throws the ball deep once again, and that is going to be intercepted. That one wasn't even close. There was an open man downfield, but Davis just misses him. And we're going to need to clean this game up. I was not impressed by a lot of guys, especially on our defensive line. I was not impressed with our defensive line at all. I mean, these guys, what do I really expect, though? I mean, we're 25 overall. I can't really expect that much. But we go on to lose this game 52-7. I actually simmed a touchdown on accident, and I didn't get it on camera. And my bad on that one. So we won't consider that the first touchdown in history. We'll just chalk it up as a 52-0 loss. I mean, it pretty much, that's the way it went. And, the 2 bright spots that I took away, though, I can use Doug Johnson quite a bit on offense. I don't know in what capacity, but I like the switching him between running back and receiver because that is very valuable. But the one valuable part of this team is Marlon Yarbrough. I mean, that guy is special. I can already see it here in his first game. But the 2 guys I want to highlight on defense are Kirsten Evans, who I pointed out that he's a 5'8", 220 guy, and then Okonkwo, who led our team in tackles. So let's check on our rivals here, Marquette. But in their first game, they lost to Buffalo, and it wasn't even close, to be honest. Marquette really does have a good roster. They have a good senior quarterback, but I'm surprised to see them lose like this in their first game. They have a decent team, so they probably have some rebuilding to do as well. So we are going up against UConn next week, and they actually only scored 6 points in their first game to Boise, 6-38, and they were at home. So this might be a winnable game. Who knows? This might be the first victory in Wisconsin State history. So that's going to do it for this episode. make sure you guys stay tuned for this series. This is just getting started. So stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.